Hi, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Consider getting the starter pack, patreon.com/Ross Dixon Ellis. Um, Find me at my socials. Um, Streams have been quite fun lately. So, uh, crap, I forgot to change this from Volatro to music. Alright, the whole stream wrapped. Whoops. Um, Go ahead and post that there. I have uh, find the thing. Find the thing. Find this gosh, Ross meme. Gotta take some of these. Ross board. Should have prepared this before I started the stream, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Can't see. No. I am gonna play some music, so let's get on with that. Cool. Go. Go, let's play. Play all the classics, all the hits. Go. bit stiff. A little bit stiff today. Popping. Popping knucks. Yeah. Okay. Let's play. Play. Bro Kill, what's up? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I'm clean. I'm rested. Got my Coke Zero here. An alright day. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Kind of blanked for a second. Just relaxing and playing some Killing Floor. Sounds like a pretty good day. Feel that rested. Slept for 12 hours. Work kicked my ass yesterday. Dang. Dang. Yeah, I kind of needed my rest the other day. Feel like I was out for a good while. Play something. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this one. Something I was just thinking about during this song is kind of a key component of playing better guitar. So I think you got to hold notes out for their full value. You got to stay within the song. You don't want to cut notes short. For example, like this line here in this song. Hold out that phrase. Hold out that phrase. That really makes a little bit of a difference there. So, I mean, it's kind of like like it's got a little bit of staccato in it, very like rapid. Stuff like that. Whatever song you're playing, whatever lead line you're doing, or a riff, make sure you're holding it out at as long as it needs to be. Or if you're improvising, you know, have your last note maybe be the longest note. Like a general good rule. Doesn't always have to be like that, but anyway, just a little something, a little something. All right. like I've attempted stage 1 before. Let me try it. Let me look up the tab. Song A. All out of tune? What the crap? The crap is that? Epoch VT, what's up? What's up? What's shaking? Trying a new song. Or a song I haven't played in like a bazillion years. Just started learning a little bit. What kind of music do you like to play? Thank you for following. I really appreciate that. You're gonna enjoy the stream, I think. Man, this song's gonna be hard. I'm gonna slow this down. Want to learn metal? You know what? Gauntlet is like, it's pretty close to metal. I mean, it's neoclassical, you know, add some guitars, it'll sound cool. Plucking around, just plucking around. Let's see here. the hell is going on here, man? always trying to throw me off, man. I have an abusive Twitch chat. Here we go. All right, let's play a little faster so it kind of covers my mistakes a little bit more. No, not that song! The song! I forgot the song! It's like a B major thing, but with like something else harmonizing over, I think. Yeah. I mean, this stuff. I'm sure there's somebody that could do both lines on one guitar and it would be insane. What's up, Zik Lava? Salut. Bonjour. Or maybe was it Bonne nuit? No. How do you say it? How do you say good night? Or is it good night? Maybe good night. Je te plumerai. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gauntlet's really hard, man. Not ready to cry yet. Thanks. Hope you're great. Yes, I'm very good. Very good. Bonsoir, bonsoir. Yeah. Alouette, yeah. Yeah. Shoot the bloomeray. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's play this one. Let's try this. I forgot this one. Yeah, French. I don't really know French. I only knew a couple. I did take French in middle school for a year or something, or a semester. I don't remember anything, man. I don't know. I think my mind got wiped. I think somebody stole my mind. Oh. Absolutely. Always ask questions. Always ask questions. I do teach guitar. You know, if you have like a request, you can request songs. Sometimes I just pick a song I want to play, and sometimes I pick a song I want to start relearning or learning. It's very like kind of chill in this channel. Like, you can heckle me, like, you know, it's all part of the program, I guess, you know. With Spanish, try to progress in English, but not so good, but I can understand a bit. Used to write in English in the chats. What's up, Eric? Is there a good way to improve on moving up and down the fretboard? You're listening to Bumblefoot before my stream. Bumblefoot is excellent. I've met him. He is such a class act. He is so kind. He just He's super appreciative. I went up to him and I was like, Bumblefoot, you're a legend. I love you. And he's just like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means like, and he's super kind. He was playing in he was like a special guest on this charter cruise. He was playing with Dave Ellefson of Megadeth and a couple other people. Tyson somebody, I forget his name. He was like keyboardist. He was kind of helping out. Somebody else was singing and playing. They're playing like Kiss songs. It was cool. And I think there was a drummer of Black Label Society, maybe he was the drummer. My Own Summer from Deftones. At the end of the first part, it goes from the 8th fret to the 5th. Gotta restart my PC, so I'll be on Twitch in a moment. Okay, yeah. Take your time. It's all good. All good. It's kind of a chill stream today. Yeah, so moving up and down the fretboard. So you're talking like kind of this, linear kind of movement, not like vertical. Not like the scales going up and down. For moving up the fretboard, okay, so I would say okay, let me take a example from a tune that I like to play. This one's called Evil Eye, Yngwie Malmsteen, and there's a specific part before the solo which has like it's just like an insane part. So let me kind of get into the song a little bit. Let me get to the solo. I just wanted to play a little bit of the song because it's a badass song. Here we go. Okay, all right. So the part in question of like how to get faster moving up and down the fretboard. So this is a fast part of the song. that's the part. Okay, so what's going on here? I'm playing over A minor, A harmonic minor, and minor. What is A harmonic minor? So, you know the minor scale? You know the natural minor scale? So, A minor is A, C, or A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's it. It's just the natural notes. So now the question is, do you know the notes? Do you know the notes on the fretboard? Let's take the A string, okay? So every note is a whole step apart except for B and C, E and F. So A to B. Okay, that's a whole step. B to C. That's technically the same riff, but just lower, you know, an octave lower or so, or 2 octaves lower. All right. So now, what's this riff? What's kind of the principle behind this sequence? Because it's a repeating. One, two, three, four. Okay, we got four notes here for this first part. 1, 4, 3, 1. Just numbering the fingers here. 1, 4, 3, 1. And then 1, 4, 2, 1. And then going up. And you're starting on A, then you go down to G sharp, and then you go up to B. Then you go back to A. Then you go up to C. Then you go back to B. Just thinking of your starting note. So I think what helps also is, like, you know, you're practicing this. Just go back and forth between those two parts. You got to identify what is tripping you up. Okay? And you want to get it consistent with the count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? You might want to start a lot slower, you know? So, well, you know, you could split it up into, you know, quarter notes rather than thinking of like 8th notes or 16th notes. So. Or something. So I would bounce with each sequence here, you know? And try to I would remove all of the try to remove all the hesitation that you can. You have to zoom in on the part. So there's a pause there. It's not supposed to be a pause. Like a pendulum. All right, what's this? What was it? My Own Summer. What was it? Yeah, Deftones. I'm trying to remember the tune. I've learned this before. All right, so let My Own Summer. Shove it. This one. So this is like a pretty cool riff. Yeah. You will also try. You will also try. Please pick up your guitars, you know? Oh, is it? What's it? It's You're saying the last part. Okay, so at the end of the first part, it goes from 8th fret to the 5th, and I struggled to get it there without messing it up. Let me pull up that song. My Own Summer, backing track. With vocals. Hang on, I'm playing it wrong, right? You can also not slide if you want. Like, I mean, if it's easier. Maybe even play with the actual track. And then slow that down. I'm going to transpose it so it's in standard. This feels like a down picking song too, like it's like all downstrokes. Which I think makes it sound better. You don't need to slide, yeah. I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference when you're learning. Now, if you have to slide, and they said, all right, whoever, what's the guy's name? I don't know who the band. I only know like the one guy's name. Is he the guitarist? Who's the guitar player? What's his name? Anyway, if that guy died, and Chino went up to you, was like, hey man, you gotta slide, or you're out of the band, then, let's find the beat here. So where's like kind of the okay. Here's something you could replicate too. So one part might be just the rhythm. So take the first part. Take the first 8 notes. Dum 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 dum. If you're looking at the tab, and just repeat that, just to get the rhythm. Just to get the rhythm. Here we go. Okay, now do that with the last 8 notes, or maybe even just 4 notes, you know? Okay? Not too hard. This is just exploring the rhythms. Just getting used to that chunk that is like throwing you off. Okay? I'm leading to the next part too. You have it on loop on Sound Slice, all right? Now, the next part. What's up, Sacrilege 2? Better example for moving fast along the neck is the opening to Say It Ain't So by Weezer. Yeah, that's a... However it goes. I forget it. Oh yeah. All right. Open chord to the 9 plus 11th fret. We're already going to 9/11. Don't laugh about that. Don't laugh about that. Terrible. It's too late. I had to walk through blood and bone. Yeah. Oof. Oh snap. Oh snap. I missed the alert. I missed the alert. I heard the sound. Epoch, you subscribed. Thank you so much. Holy crap, you're my 50th subscriber. Thank you so much. Oh snap. First, I was checking if Peepo gifted the sub. Let's go, man. Let's go. Go. Let me send you a whisper real quick. This is a whatchamacallit. This is my Patreon. Bro. So I offer lessons as well. Let me also awesome, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I do have there's starter lessons, but there's also like one-on-one lessons. That's the $200 tier. You get a lesson once a week for an hour, and yeah, it kind of works like that, you know. And there's also a clinic. I need to do a clinic the end of this month. That would be with all the students. You could do question and answer type thing. It's more like Zoom. I mean, we could do it in Discord or something. There's that tier. I need to add some more videos. You know, I just launched the Patreon pretty recently, so also give me feedback. Give me feedback on what you would like to see. You know, I need to kind of adjust things kind of to, you know, students who what they'd like to see and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm just kind of throwing spaghetti at the walls and, you know, having some of the basics that I think everybody could benefit from, but really I want to make stuff that people that are actually watching and like talking with me would actually like to see. So yeah, actually, you know, actually would like to actually talk about what I actually like to talk about. So all right, let's play some stuff. This one's actually, here we go. This one's Writhe in Pain. East Origin Super Arranged. I know you're probably talking about whatchamacallit, Overdrive. Are you talking Overdrive? Oh, this is gonna be tough. This could be tough. Let's see. Um, Silent Desert's really good. Oh no, Silent Desert's really hard. That's really hard. I have trouble with like the regular song. Um, yeah. So Writhe and Pain. I have a video on breaking down Writhe and Pain. Um, I think like my favorite part. I mean, there's so many good. I like the way I play it. Like I don't know. I think I do a pretty good job. I played it a lot. I know Sakura's hurt. Probably bored to tears of that song at this point. I kind of do the same thing, but it's just I don't know. It's good to have your comfort songs in some ways, but it took me a little while to kind of craft that one. Actually, it didn't really take that long to craft it, but I think when you're playing an instrumental piece and you want to add like a solo, you want to have like a beginning and end in mind, uh, with kind of how you're going to do the solo. This one, I think, what do I do? I kind of lead into the solo with like the harmony. Like I just kind of add this harmony. So there's that. And then I just kind of. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's kind of how I lead into it. That little walk-up thing, that's kind of similar to that Evil Eye riff I was showing earlier. This is just going up. It's just. I'm going like the sequence is 1, basically up, and you go down 2 notes in the scale. You could do this any scale, but specifically this song. Like G or something. I don't know. It's like I'm on E. Yeah, okay, so I'm on like a G major thing. Yeah, so okay, I'm like going up G major. So starting on B, G, A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then going up a note in the scale. Going up 4. And that little extra thing with that bend, I take the note before the highest note that I want to hit, my target note, and I bend to it, and I think that adds like a little bit more drama. All right. All right, Overdrive. I'm gonna play Overdrive. This is just regular Overdrive. I'm not gonna kill myself yet. I mean, excuse me. Hold on. I mean, no. I'm not gonna get worried and about learning a difficult version of the song. Just yet. I remember now. I remember how to play the song. All right, so this song, okay. The song's actually not it's not that hard, man. I don't know. It's really hard, but like the principle, like I don't know, like some of the keys of figuring this one out for me is definitely like that, like keeping the count with your core. This is one of my like principles that I say your core is your count. What do I mean by that? Okay, so like when you enjoy music, you like headbanging. You're usually going with like the downbeat or something, you know, you're like listening to a song. Dun, dun. Oh, mortal man. All right, so you're headbanging, but for guitar, it's hard because you're holding something, you got your hands, you have to think about it, you got to use your ears to hear the right sound. I think more, you know, almost all as important as hearing the right sound is hearing the right sound at the right spot. Okay, you want to line up. So what's the riff at the beginning? It's a little sequence. Okay, so the first part is just one, two, three, four, one, one, two. So it's like going back and forth between this 4-note sequence. So you're just switching strings with this finger. These ones are staying the same right now. Okay? That's the sequence. Now, One of my problems in this song is I tense up. You're not supposed to tense up. You can play a lot faster for longer if you're relaxed. If you've ever done heavy bag training, like if you ever done like boxing, kickboxing, or anything like that, I remember, I was like starting out, and I'm still trash, but and I haven't gone in a long time. I want to go back, but the trainer was like, "Hey man, you're like leaning in, and you're throwing hard. You're tensing up. Keep it light, keep it playful. You can throw longer, more extended combos, and that's kind of the point of the training. You know, you want to throw volume. For guitar, you got to keep it light. You got to keep it playful. Keep it playful. It's not going to be the end of the world. You don't have to hold a gun to your head to play fast. Fun. It's fun to play fast. Keep it as light as possible. What is the minimum amount of strength you need to hit a note? Well, you only need that much pressure. Okay? Kind of going back to the chords your count. Um, you can tap your foot, you can use your hands and stuff. Really, what I mean is your core. You gotta get your ass in that. You gotta get your ass in that count there. Um, gotta get your ass in that count because that's where you feel music. Feel music in your ass. Okay, so your hands are disconnected. Your head's even kind of disconnected. Your feet are also a little bit disconnected. The ass is not disconnected. That's where you feel the music. It's not in the heart. It's in the ass. Okay? Your core is your count. Because if you're locked in to the pulse of the tune, that kind of keeps you at least in the right ballpark for the most part. I think that's probably one of the first things to study as far as rhythm. And it's not even study. That's the thing to practice. That is your discipline. Is every song you listen to, you gotta bounce with them. You gotta bounce with those songs. Get in there. Get in there. Don't be shy about the music that you're listening to. Like even if it's music that you don't really connect with, or like you don't normally connect with, because honestly, like the more if you kind of approach it this is just an exercise. I'm just trying to feel the pulses of different music. This helps. In partner dancing, swing dance or salsa dance, it's not just you don't like when you're dancing with your partner, you don't have noodle arms. You actually there's a resistance. You're kind of pulling against each other. There's a little bit of resistance. And when you do that and when you bounce with the music, when you kind of feel the pulse of the music, your partner will feel it too. If you're just kind of noodle arms, it's just like, it's nothing. You don't feel it. Dancing, choreograph dance, maybe it has a bit of that, or there's kind of that, but honestly, partner dance, no, you're in control. You have to kind of take charge, add a little resistance there, get your core involved. That's how you connect with people. In music, you connect with the music, getting your core involved. Yes, in that beat, okay? Did I make myself clear? Okay? This will help kind of playing more rhythmically. Okay? You can slow down music if it helps you to kind of feel that pulse. And then kind of get your other appendages kind of involved. I need Al Pacino to describe this as. I mean, I'm kind of doing a Joey Diaz a little bit. Ha! That infected me for like a few years of like doing like Joey Diaz impressions. Al Pacino. Let's see here. Great ass.
Because she got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's play something else. Play something else. This is a funky tune that I kind of goes along with the principle of like jamming and like feeling the pulse of the tune. This is Earthbound. Your Name, Please. Okay, so this one fairly simple. So this is kind of like a swing rhythm. It's got like a heavy swing to it. Swing rhythm is just you delay one of the beats and then you rush to the next one. So straight beat is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. And what did I skip 3? What am I doing? But like swing is like a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you delay the and 1 and so it goes 1 and 2. Okay, that's what swing is. How do I feel about grip trainers? Did you send me what's a grip trainer? Grip trainer, like you mean like the hand trainer things, like weights, those little finger grippies, or is it like like I've seen those like weird ads where it's like, oh okay. I mean, it has a use. Those are. Oh, is it like the stretchy ones? Like the Dynabands? I mean, those are always exercising's good. Yeah, sure. I used to have some. I had like the really heavy ones. Um, that just seems good for life. That just seems good for life. Yeah, I mean, having good finger grip strength. I sure do some rock climbing. Some rock climbing. Get in there. There's a lot of crazy ones. I mean, the Fender ones seem fine. You know um, you know, those ones where you just, you know, yeah, those seem fine. Those seem just fine. I think do deadlifts, the finger ones. Okay. I think he has literally 0 strength. Yeah, I mean, everyone's a little shy about their pinky. Even me sometimes. But there's some things that I think you don't need to use your pinky. There's like certain riffs that I feel like it kind of hinders. Or like doing the 4-finger per fret thing. Like there's like I don't know, I feel like there's certain riffs that just the bone structure, or maybe like the stamina of just like using 3 fingers is like better. Like certain guitar players that they tend to favor 3 fingers. And I think that's just something they find on their own. Find out on their own, like that's what they should do. There's so many. I mean, there's no like one method of like what's right. I think there are some guiding principles that tend to help a lot of people, but everybody kind of like the thing about guitar is everybody's sort of finding their own little quirk that like they do. Marty Friedman kind of has that, you know, curled hand thing going on, but like I think it's because like he just doesn't like palm muting. Like he does it differently. He like palm mutes in a different way. He also plays with his fingers. You know, he kind of flicks his fingers in there, gets like a little different sound. Yeah. Hire somebody else to play for me. Ask Ross to play. Here's one. Okay, I'm gonna play this one from Mother 3. It's Pollyanna, which you hear the song in a lot of the Earthbound games. Okay, let me talk a little bit about this song. So here's how I've crafted this song. There's okay, so the main melody thing. Um I try to add more embellishments as the song continues. So I start out fairly normal, add a little stank in there. The other thing I do is I set up my pickups to have different volumes so I can play with dynamics. It's harder on this style guitar because the volume knobs are not like where my fingers are, and I usually adjust on the fly. This song I can't really do that. I have to switch to a separate volume. And the reason is this is the rock volume. But I don't want to do that when I go to the quiet part. The quiet part, like, it still has a little bit of that, but when I play lighter, it sounds clean. It sounds like a clean. And I kind of control it with my fingers a little bit, so, it's loud enough that, I can still kind of play. Something that I do during the quiet part, I'm playing a melody of a different song there. So let me play the... The melody I'm playing is from this Japanese band called Mr. Children. They're like a huge band in Japan. And the song is Gift. 一番綺麗な色ってなんだろう一番光ってるものってなんだろう僕は探してた最高のギフト君が喜んだ姿をイメージしながら I actually first heard this from Marty Friedman. He has his own cover that he does. I already kind of knew this tune a little bit. Anyway, stole that. I stole that melody. I just thought it was beautiful, and I wanted to play something expressive and make it fit into the context of the song. So there's also those like little chromatic things that I do. I mean, that's all like straight up Marty Freeman there, or really just like there's a lot of people that do that. But I just think it's a sweet thing to play. I don't know. The other thing too, you don't have to make your bends on the grid. I think it's kind of cool to like delay when you kind of throw your vibrato. It gives it a lot more organic and kind of a cool, unique, effect. You don't necessarily like. I mean, especially if you're trying to be expressive with like your melodies and stuff like that. Like, let me kind of play part of the song again. I like this song. I like this song a lot. I think it's a beautiful tune. So, notice how I kind of delayed that rather than just playing. That's fine, like. I mean, all of these are decisions you could make. It's just how are you feeling in the moment, and do you have the control to be able to make those variations on the fly, you know? So you got to practice many different ways you could approach these melodies. It's a different way of playing it. It's just you don't have to play it the same every time. Try something. Why not that? Right here. got any Sultans of Swing there, Shredmaster? I don't know if I played that one. I don't know if I've ever played that one. That's a tough song, isn't it? Yeah, so anyway. Changing your melodies, changing kind of your approaches. You know, your vibrato is kind of like your voice. It's like your own personal fingerprint, you know, right there in the song. Jigga Show, what's up? Happy Sunday. Doing very good, thank you. Thank you. I'm playing some songs and kind of explaining a little bit of like my approach. I'm taking requests. I'm just kind of chatting and I don't know, doing it this way, I guess. Is this interesting? Is this informative? Am I talking to a brick wall? Sultans of Swing, let's take a look at this one. I'll say I don't know how to play this song. But let's try. Okay, yeah, sounds good. I'll be struggling through this one, so let's kind of hear it.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park. Meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. And now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. When he's strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. It's then an old guitar is all he can afford. When he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything. Saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner. Drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans that play Creole. Creole.
Yeah, I've never played that. I mean, I don't listen to that song very much. I mean, like I had like old memories of like maybe hearing that. And I know Mark Knopfler has a very particular finger style that I've just like never had. I've never had that. Um yeah, I mean, I can improvise. I am looking at the chords. I'm looking at the chords. The thing is, plus I like this is just kind of like a playthrough and trying to catch up. Never really good to learn that way. Yeah. Um I've always been an improviser. But like let's fix some of these parts. Why not? Why not? Let's take that. Um I took that personally. No, I mean it like yeah, this is it's a tough song. This is I mean here two things are working against me right now. This is an iconic song. This is like their flagship. Jessica Allman Brothers. I don't know. It's like the. It's a. I don't know. I know it's that kind of slidey. Ah, dang it! It's a. I don't know. It's got that. I see. It's not in my mind. Not in my mind. Um. Yeah. But there's two things working against me. One, it's like. Yeah. Oh, improvisation. I mean, I'm just kind of. I'm kind of like looking for certain fingering. So like, okay, I'm looking at the tabs and it says, you know, or not tabs. I'm looking at the chords and it's like, well, it just says D minor. And C. I mean, would I play C right here or do I play it here? You know, do I play A or B? You know?
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park in the meantime. Sound like the river, you stop and you hold everything.
Okay, so like, this was like this was an amateur mistake right here, and I should have like paid attention. But it was like stupid easy. And it's like I just wasn't like listening for that. I was kind of like, you should just stick with one thing if you're kind of doing like a listen through. And I was like trying to like solo and kind of play around while also trying to get like the rhythm part. Anytime you're trying to fix a mistake of yourself, you've really got to focus and isolate on the one thing. I've like got the ADHD brain right now. And I'm kind of like, oh man, I gotta like perform or something. Ah, I'm playing bad, just solo something. So I'm kind of like, you know, it's like a compensation coping tool or something like that. That's like kind of cool. See, and that's just such a Mark Knopfler. Like, I don't know, I can't do what his fingers do effortlessly. He's been playing that way like his whole life. Me, I like sometimes pick a song and then like I get good at that one song, but I don't do this enough, you know? And it's not even that. Like, I could just imagine Mark Knopfler just going like, shame, you didn't practice more. I can feel it. Well, and he would say the pick is the loudest thing. If you want to amplify your guitar, you play with a pick. He's like, so I took that, I played with my fingers. You know, and he kind of does this. He likes that. He's like, he's very much that kind of player. Like, I understand kind of his like a little bit of like, you know, like his reasoning. But It kind of works, yeah. I mean, I do think of that, yeah.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park in the meantime. Sound of the river stopping you home, everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double ball time. Feel alright when you hear the music ring.
So here's kind of the other part. Here's kind of what I like to do. That's kind of my thing. I kind of imagine like I don't know, I kind of get that little bit of salsa in there. Thank you for following Today in Culture. I'll tell you the other time. I don't know, somewhere. Let's see here. Oof. Let's see. So there's this rhythm here, this part, like kind of an iconic part, the quick change.
You feel alright when you hear the music ring.
It's like the and of two. Okay?
Ring.
3, 4, 2.
Ball time.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
Feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. When you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain and hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south. London town. The horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south. London.
Yeah, so that's a part I'd have to just simply count. Like that's a part I would just simply have to count. Strange way of going about playing guitar. Maybe unique is a better word, but you are solid. Thank you. I've always I like going out of my way. I have my own strengths and stuff, but yeah, that part with the going down south, way down south or whatever. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Trying to find the. I feel like that's a Mark Knopfler thing. Like he'd play down here and then maybe just do fragments of the chord. Something like that.
Way on down south. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way
Okay, yeah. Mute and restrum instead of holding.
Competition in other places, but the horns they blowing that sound way on down south, way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. Writing strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If there ain't no guitar.
Okay. All right, let's move on. That's a cool song. To learn it, since it's like a different style. Different style. Add it to. I know a bit of music theory. Yeah, I mean, I teach. Been playing professionally for over 10 years, and a lot of rock shows, know, various styles, cruise ships, and theme parks, and bands, and musicals, and orchestra pits. Right now, I'm just kind of playing, kind of just what I want to play. Yeah, know how to read music. I know, uh, whether it's tab or MIDI or music or bass or treble clef or a little slower at reading. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I also tend to like if I'm gonna play a song, I want to play it. I don't necessarily do note for note covers. A lot of people can read stuff. Being able to interpret what you're hearing is fairly impressive. I think, yeah, I want to put my own unique spin to a song. Like I want to be the one to decide. Hey, I'm gonna play the. Maybe I'll slide to the note. Maybe I'll do a pinch harmonic. Maybe I'll, do a trill or something. Or I'll just play it just no English. Just a straight note. That's a bold decision. Like I want to be able to be the one to make that decision. The fact you aren't doing it not note for note, still working and impressive. That's harder than doing it note for note, which I'm assuming you already know, but we're like, well, I don't know it note for note, but like I mean there's a couple levels of approaching this. So some songs I will learn note for note. And that's only if I'm particularly interested in exactly that. Most songs I tend to like half learn them and then kind of maybe pick up a few riffs, ideas from, and then kind of just try to add my own little thing because I think I can do it a little bit different. There's been thousands and thousands of people who've covered Sultans of Swing, and I'm not about to say, hey man, the first time I'm going to learn and play this, I'm going to knock it out of the park. I have no ambition for that. But even then, even if I worked on this for 10 years, got it perfect or whatever, like I'd do it different. It would have to be. It'd have to be. Plus, people could just turn on the song if they want to hear it. They could just turn it on or watch a great performance from Mark Knopfler and You know, that's the bet that it doesn't get much better. It doesn't get better than that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is one of those songs I almost feel like, I mean, is there a different version of it that just like goes harder than the original, or like the song itself? I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those songs. Could be. I mean, I think every song does have that potential where like a cover can kind of outshine the original or something. But this is just one of those. Nah, I don't know. It's already I don't know, it's basically perfect. Basically perfect. Second point of view, far more of a demonstration that you can interpret it instead of just following the tab. Yeah, I mean, it's well, it's also laziness. It's really laziness. Like I'm just like, well, like I put on like an eye cream thing, so like my eyes aren't even working. So I don't want to read. I don't want to read. It's like burning my eyes. I mean, it's not burning my eyes, but like it feels like something's happening. So there's a cleansing going on. Something like that. Let's see here. Um, Pull up another tune. This one's from ActRaiser. Someone who's a mid-tier guitar player worse than you. I was watching, started out thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? About halfway through the song, so you kind of level up and unlock the song, so to speak. I never have those moments. I need to get my theory understanding better. I don't know if it's just theory. I mean, it's like ear training more than the theory. Theory, I mean, it's a way of explaining and understanding, at least in a generic way, of like what's going on in the song, with its own kind of understanding. The practical use of it, sure, you know, you have to find practical uses for theory. I mean, there's shapes and things that like are just simply shapes, and it's like, well, okay, I know the notes on the fretboard, and you know, it's like maybe looking at a chord or just kind of identifying. It depends on what I'm like kind of working on in the moment. I guess I'm trying to work on a couple things at the same time. I mean, like I said before, I was working on too many things at once, and I think that's what prevented me from learning the song quicker. Your training's not the issue. It's more hearing, say, a G, knowing it's a G, but struggling to find the right G in the right key. That is your training. Like, gotta be a, you know, those are where all the G's are. Or something, but, you know, it's, so I'm like hearing, oh yeah, that's an octave. That's an octave away, or that's 2 octaves away, you know. Couple more, you know. I can't count. But, I'm also, like, I'm okay with, like, kind of playing around, kind of messing up. And it's maybe not the most interesting thing to see, but it's just kind of like, well, you know, I'm just kind of little trial and error, kind of half playing the thing, and it's like, okay, this doesn't really sound good. Then at least if I can get it like once, you know, it's like, okay, that's like getting to the point. Not ear training, though. I would argue I know exactly how it sounds, and it could sound, but yeah, I guess doing its math 2 octaves away in the moment, that literally is ear training. I mean, you're training your ears. Well, it's like you hear the right note, then it's like, okay, there's a mechanic of like, Okay? You know, putting your fingers in the right spot and then knowing the fretboard. Like right here, that right there is like an inversion. You know, C to C, but it's going from F to C. C, A, or was it C, F, A? CFA, Chick-fil-A, an inversion. Well, finger training, it's just the fingers, but like connecting the two together. I mean, everything connects. Everything does connect. More finger training or just general knowledge of the fretboard, regardless of what I find. I can't seem to put it together in real time the way I see others like you doing it. Yeah, like learn more. I mean, let me ask you a question. Are you learning new music frequently? Let's just say a song a week or a song a day. However frequently do you pick up the guitar? Slowly figure it out, but at one point I watched you freestyle Sultans of Swing in a way that's hard to explain, but it was at the right speed. Yeah, so right there, like, let's just kind of stay on Sultans real quick. Like, how would I jam over Sultans of Swing? Let's just take the backing track.
Shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park. Meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when
So,
you hit a...
right here, I'm just keeping the count. I just did a whole diatribe about your core is your count. Feel the pulse of the song in your ass. All right, you gotta feel the pulse of the song in your ass. You gotta bounce. You gotta use your whole body for music. Music is not just simply ear and fingers. It's your entire body, your entire being. This is, you know, so it's really real secret's body training. But there are certain isolated elements that you may need to work on or something. And it might not just be one thing. Everybody has to work on everything. But you got to focus on certain things at a time. And it's like a troubleshooting list on your computer if something goes wrong. Is it on or off? Have you tried turning it on or off yet? Have you tried unplugging it? Can I feel it in... No, you got to feel it in the ass. All right? That's where all sensations of the music happens, okay? Sorry.
Competition in other places, but the horns are blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town.
So, right there. You got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you gotta be able to subdivide.
Check out
make the chromatic scale sound pretty good. You can make it sound pretty good.
He can play the honky tonk like anything. Saving it up Friday night with the Sultans. With the Sultans of swing.
So I'm just listening. Okay, what's the root note? I mean, I'm not really thinking about where it's going to end up. I'm not thinking of a note like this is a D. Oh, it has to be D major. I'm just playing around right now. I'm just kind of exploring the notes and eventually making opinions about what I just played and going, that was good. That sucked. That was all right. That kind of sucked. And a lot of it might suck. I mean, you probably are hearing it. It's like, what is he? Huh? What's he trying to do? But this is kind of the fun of you play basically any good sounding progression at the right speed. It sounds good. I was talking about theory. I mean, I suppose that there's a theory of, I suppose you could call that a theory, I'm just taking the pulse of the song and then just like subdividing it. So if 1, 2, 3, 4 is my rhythm, however fast that is, kind of. I mean, it'll kind of, wasn't being sarcastic. It was a real question. I do it all the time. Like I tell my students all the time, if they don't know how to play the song, you can simplify it. Like in jazz, like jazz standards, it'd just be like, hey, just play 4 in the bar for each chord. And if there's 2 chords in one measure, then just do 2 for the first chord and 2 for the next one. Let me take a song. I don't know if I remember this. Chords, do I have this one? This is a song for my father. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, that is music theory. I'm playing in key, sure, but I'm also playing out of key too, here and there. Like I want to hit some outside notes here and there, just to. I have a couple little tricks to maybe like play stuff in or out of key. Here's a backing track. It's, you want to follow. They're somewhat simple chords. They're like 7th chords. There's some minor 7. There's a dominant 7. Mostly those. In the context of the fretboard, just within the same A, B, C, D, F, G. Well, if this song is in D minor, I'm playing playing what? It's a F, G, A, B flat, C, and then was it D, and then E, F. So I'm playing in the key of F major or D minor, which is just B flat. Thank you, DJ E Music 91. So let's analyze the song. We could analyze Sultans of Swing. I'm just looking at, this was the chord chart I was using. Glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. Fun time. Fun time. We're just talking. We're arguing about music. Um, having a spirited discussion. So let's take Sultans of Swing. Okay, so this song, the first chord of the song is D minor. Let's just break that down. What's D minor? We got D, F, A. No, don't take everything I say seriously. I'm just I'm joking. But we're trying to we're music is a struggle to kind of find what's going on, and we have to kind of use all of the tools in our arsenal to kind of get there. Gotta use your ass for the count. All right. Now I gotta read, which is hard. Like put the cream on my eyes and starting to whatever. So we got this D minor chord, and maybe you know the notes, maybe you don't, or maybe you know a shape, and it's like, okay, I can at least play the shape. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I could sing that, and I know that's a minor scale. There's a part of the song where it goes to F. It goes to F major. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And so I kind of have that sound deep in my mind. Whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's the major scale formula. Okay? I don't know minor scale. It's a one, whole, half, whole, half, whole, okay? I don't have that quite like super fast, but whole, half, whole, half, okay? 2 whole steps, a half step, 3 whole steps, a half step. And a lot of where I make my adjustments is based off of the major scale. So now let's just say, well, I just know the major scale. What's the difference between the minor scale and the major scale? Like D major. Yeah, scale is a sequence of notes. Specifically, the major scale, if it tends to repeat, if it's a sequence of notes that will repeat, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Scale, we'll just call this is the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Like, you might have sung that in primary school or elementary school or in church or whatever. Maybe you took a piano lesson. Maybe somebody taught you that. Maybe you were in a choir and they did that. Sang the do, re, mi's. Maybe you've heard the sound of music. Do, a deer, a female deer, re, a drop of golden sun. Yeah, anyway. Me, a name I call, my whatever. Some way. This is, somebody gift him a sub. Who else is watching? Gift this gentleman this individual sub. Somebody save this man from ads. Suffering from ads. Do, re, mi's. Do, re, mi's. Can I cancel ads? Can't do it. I don't know the buttons. Do, re, mi. Awesome. We're back. We're so back now. So back, bros. All right. The do, re, mi's. For everything. For everything. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? On the 8th note, that repeats. That's why it's called the octave. Octo, octopus, octave. All right, so if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and sharps or flats are either a half step above or below the note. Sharps are half step above, flats are a half step below the note. So D sharp is just a half step, 1 fret, and then D flat is just that. So 1, 2, 3. The minor scale. What this is flat 3, flat 6, flat 7, based off the major scale. Now this is theory. This is intervals. These are your scale tones. Rather, this is your scale tones. If you number your scale tones, this is my first finger, this is my second finger, this is my third finger, fourth, fifth. If the notes of D major are D, E, F sharp, G, A, C sharp, or sorry, B, C sharp, E, okay? To make it minor, so D, E, F sharp, half of it, okay? So D, E, F, natural, okay? That's why I call it a flat 3. Now this is just the shape. You could just learn the shapes and you can learn life hacks. It could take you pretty far. What are the life hacks, okay? If you know how to play a major scale in any key, let's play A major. Let's play D major. Let's play E major. You know your shapes. You're a shape guy. Know your shapes. Really good. You just go 3 half steps below and then just play the minor scale shape. And now you're in the same key. You're going to play the same notes. Let me explain something. Easier with C major and A minor. C major. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. A minor is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So they share the same notes. They just start on different points. That's C major. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then A minor. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay? They share the same notes there. So this is why I can play F major over D minor and it's pretty good. They share common scale tones. They're related. They're cousins, brothers and sisters. Let's just play around with Sultans of Swing, just to play around with this idea. And I'll choose another song as well.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park. Meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold.
Okay? It's all right. I mean, it's not great. I'm not coming up with anything amazing, but it fits. It fits. It's like, you know, your older brother's jacket. You know? Maybe it fits like your older brother's jacket. Maybe it fits like your older sister's jacket. I don't know. It's up to you to decide. Choice is yours. It's your opinion. The key is different than a scale. The key is a family. The key is a family of notes. That's all right. That's all right. No, I mean, I like that you're expressing the way you understand it. Like, let's say, okay, the key of G. The key of G, what does it say on music paper? All that it says, you got your staff, and and then you have the pound sign on F sharp. G major is the same as C major except for F sharp. Okay, where is C? So C, D, E, F. So okay, you could start from C, still play that F sharp. So basically, you know, what that ends up being is the C Lydian mode. Okay? All right. Keys, scales, modes. Okay? And then chords. So the key, the family of notes. Notes are the singular tones. Okay? The chord, comprised of 2 or more notes. Intervals are the space between 2 notes. All right, scales, the sequence of notes that can repeat across octaves. D major scale, E, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's a scale. A mode is you take those, you're limited to C major. You start on a different note and end on a different note. What's the first note of C major? C. What's the second note of C major? D. What if you play D to D and you're limited to the notes of C major? What are the notes of C major? E, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Or C. What would playing D to D be? D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Was it? That's a mode. You have to know the Greek name of the mode. That's the Dorian mode. D for Dorian, C for Ionian, D for Dorian. Ionian is also the major scale. Forget that. Modes. E to C. All right, D to D. What's the next one? E to E. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Ionian isn't just C. It's the mode based off of the first scale tone of the major scale. So if you're starting with C major, the C Ionian would be the same. If you're doing D major, it'd be D Ionian. Sequence. Collection of notes. Multiple notes played at once. Chords. Yep. Potentially in different scales. Could be. Could be. There are borrowed... So, like, if you're composing a song, you can borrow chords from other, and this is where it's like, okay, theory has... They've canonized some terms. Is everyone following? Is it somewhat interesting? Is it sort of making sense? I like that you had an aha moment. But let's say the key. Okay, so as far as like what modes to really like concern yourself with, I mean, there's a certain things that have been observed in music over hundreds of years. This is a conversation people have been having for hundreds and hundreds of years. Major lack is I basically mastered chords and tabs, but I know like one scale and not well. There's a whole world of scales that I've been ignoring for the most part. This is, kind of where you know, I like to play around. You know, like I have scales I know and stuff, but like kind of I'm like more focused on like the relationship between notes now, and I like to form kind of like my own little opinion of like what I played. What do I mean by that? Let's pick a song or something. Let me demonstrate over. Pick a. I'm gonna pick one of my favorite tunes. "The Thrill Is Gone," B.B. King. Have you heard this tune? "Thrill Is Gone." Everybody's heard this, I'm sure. I think this is an excellent blues track. Feel it, man. I feel it. His voice. It just pierces you. It just pierces you. I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't get much better than that. "The Thrill Is Gone." It's B minor. Okay? B minor blues. Here's a backing track. Here's a backing track. If you've got your guitars, you pull this out. We're just gonna go over the chords real quick. And here's a way I'll simplify everything. All right. You got a triangle chord in there. Do you know about triangles? Don't worry about it. Just play G major. And if you don't even know seventh chords, don't worry about that. Just play F sharp. I'll walk through the notes. We got B minor as the first chord of the song. I'm going to play with a cleaner tone for a second. Okay. We're in E standard tuning. 7th fret. Just do a power chord. If you don't even know a minor chord, you can't do a bar chord, got crappy hands, do a power chord. Right there. Just one note, whatever. Just watch. Watch. All right? That's your first chord. Play this for 4 measures. Then we go to E minor. You just go down a string. Back down to B for 2 measures. Then G. Then F sharp. And B. The 12-bar blues. And it's the variation is at the last 4 bars. Where it goes to G. Okay? I think every intermediate guitarist should learn how to do the bar chord, major and minor, and learn the notes of the first 2 strings. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Be able to do that pretty quick. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay? A flat, G, G flat, F, F flat, which is E, E flat, a D, E flat, C, E flat is B, E flat, A. Okay? Kind of walking through all this a little bit. Maybe I'm kind of acting a little redundant here, but I just want to cover ground. B minor. Okay, these are good notes. Okay? Flat 3, flat 6, flat 7. Based off of B major. What's flat 3? Okay. Flat 6. That's 7, flat 7. Octave, right there. Okay? We're talking about improvisation, right? We're kind of getting to that point. Modes. Talking about modes. Really, the two modes I think you should concern yourself with is just major and minor. Well, Ionian and Aeolian. So major is Ionian, minor is Aeolian. That's the Greek names if you wanted to look them up. Really, the important thing is the Aeolian mode is the 6th scale tone of the major scale. Or rather, Aeolian mode is the 6th mode. And the mode is like the sequence of notes, and you're restricted to those notes. Play them up. B to B, C sharp to C sharp, or D flat to D flat. D to D, and then E to E, and but you're limited to these notes. Now you don't have to play that. I mean, this is B minor blues. The blue note. If you know your blues scale, you're adding one note. You're adding the flat 5. You could add a lot more than that to this song. Let me just play B minor pentatonic that everybody probably knows. Oh, crap. I was saying stuff. I wish you said it sooner. Oh, crap. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, emo killers. Saying all sorts of stuff. Crap. I was just saying, we're playing like pentatonic. Just boring. No bends. Nothing crazy. Nothing. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Man. Oh, man. People watching. Oh, man. So I'm like reading my restream chat, which is behind, and I should just be reading Twitch because there's way more people in Twitch. I should just stop streaming on YouTube. I don't know, man. Streaming on both. So anyway, I'm just playing boring stuff. Kind of just showing like an example. Just playing the scale up and down. Trying to get more expressive. That's my goal with all of my students. I want them to be able to express themselves freely in music and not feel like you're tied to any theory, any book, any other player. You get to decide your own self, what you want to play, and you make your own case for that. And you are able to have just like your own kind of, way of getting to be able to express yourself quicker, easier. Like learning a new language, something like that, Here we go. Okay, so I did pentatonic, I did blues scale, and then now let's just do natural minor. B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, D, 6, flat 7, 8. Okay, flat 5 right there. Yeah, I love that flat 5 sound there. I like the blue note. I like the blue note a lot. That's why they play it a lot. Gives it a little stank when you're kind of mixing around. So like coming up with riffs and things like that, that's another way of like exploring a scale, you know? Try to play around with it. Now, I'm gonna get a little, here's another idea. Okay, so I was explaining modes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take the third note. What this is D. Now, if you play D major, it has the same notes as B minor. So now I'm gonna play a little bit in B minor and then D major. I'm gonna play in D major, okay? Over B minor chord. Going back to B minor. You know, I'm blending B minor and D major. Maybe, all right, here's an idea. Just like, you know, your pentatonic scale, just bar it. You got your little arpeggio. And then just kind of... maybe something like that. Just an idea. Alright, here's kind of the next level. Okay, the chromatic scale. What is the chromatic scale? It's every note. Okay, you can make the chromatic scale sound pretty good over this progression. And I think that's where the real artistry comes from. Now, okay, I didn't really talk about rhythm over this song. I tend to do that like bass note, hit the rest of the chord thing in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's kind of got this shuffle. B minor. Okay, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I did in like jazz band growing up. I was taking lessons. They're like, hey, join the jazz band. It's like, okay, just do 4 chords in the bar and kind of simplify things. Just do downstrokes first, and don't worry about like any old crazy strum pattern. Just play, just play. All right, so what am I doing? The chromatic scale. So what I'm doing here, I'm just kind of messing around. I know it's kind of weird. Binks! What's up? I'm just talking. I'm talking the blues, baby. Talking the blues, baby. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone, baby. Get lucky. What's up? So you can make like a lot of amateur guitar players make a mistake and then they get scared by the mistake. There's a great Victor Wooten video about the chromatic scale, and he's doing like a clinic, and he's like, don't get scared of the note. Sit on it. Sit on that note. I don't know, I kind of was messing around, but if you keep your rhythm, if you're keeping the groove, like I said at the beginning, your core is your count. This is my principle, that your core is your count. You gotta feel the pulse of the song. Gotta get your ass in the song. Come on, man. You gotta feel the pulse. That's where everybody feels the music. That's actually where you feel the pulse of the music. It's not in your heart. In your ass, all right? So if you don't lose your core, if you don't lose the count, and you don't have to count, you don't actually have to say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's using your voice, that's using your mind, that's disconnected from the song. The pulse. You gotta get in there. You gotta feel that pulse. This will keep you stable. You won't lose. You can play the wrong note. You can play technically bad. It can sound kind of harsh, but you're only a note or two away from a good sounding note. Like you notice there was some tension on that note there, but you're just one note away from it sounding all right. Okay? Okay, let's jam. Let's jam. Gonna jam a little bit. Gonna play the blues. Come on. Okay. Just messing around. Just messing around. You can do anything with the blues. You can do anything. Like, the chromatic scale is super powerful. You gotta have your core involved. Gotta have your core involved. Because that will keep you solid. That will keep you solid. Okay? All right. Hell yeah. Groovin'. 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 Let's see here. Let's play something else. Let's do what am I doing? Hit the wrong thing. Okay. All right, this one's just like a fast metal tune. Lucky. Would love to hear if you'd feel like doing a request at some point. All right, let's listen to it. Oh, this one. This is such a cool song. This is awesome. I love it. Really hard to play that, so I probably won't play that. I wish I was in this band. This reminds me so much of like Lords of Thunder's music. Let me add this to my my viewer request thing. I feel like it's the same musicians. Like the tone, like almost like exact. Like that was like a Sega CD, Mega CD game. This is Sega Saturn. Well, Sega, so I mean, good chance. Very similar tone. Can I shred? It was different people, but they definitely got a similar sound. Shred some Guile theme. Guile's theme. I don't know if I'll play it very well, but Friesel, stop making me learn songs, man. Ah. Let's see, Friesel. First off, that's such a cool... Man, this is a great guitar technique. You gotta learn this. The bend and tap and then let it fall. So cool sounding. In a minor key or something. Another technique. Yeah, learn that. Learn that. A little bend up. Cool. It's cool. Oh, and my favorite is kind of the... And then slide it. Slide the tapped note. Yeah, it's definitely an Eddie Van Halen thing. I like the Yngwie. Oof. Okay, Guile's theme, right? I wish I could go home and be a family man. Carla Stop, what's up? Thank you for joining the Ross Dixon Ellis Show. Really appreciate you being here. And given the, was it the pickle dance? I don't know what the, yeah, pickles. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Dylan. What was it? over on YouTube. Burzum, Halo Heston, Castlevania, Blood. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the YouTube chat. Oh, and you asked what song was that a long time ago. Yeah, okay. I missed some people. I missed some people over on YouTube. I'm doing well. Kind of been playing and doing a little bit of music lesson type thing in between songs. Guile's theme, I don't really have notes. I just know it goes with everything. So you can play those notes over any song, and it goes over everything. Or with everything. It's perfect for any occasion. Thank you for the bit. Thank you so much. Thank you. Does go with everything. As it was written. Okay. We got some more songs. What was this Burzum song? I'll listen to this Burzum song. Okay. That was Burzum Helio Heston. Did you like that? Does anybody have any comments about that song? Yep. Did you have fun? Did you have fun? Did you like that? Did you like that, guys? Did you like that? Let me use the bathroom. You liked it. Great. Okay. All right. Okay. I would like to see. Let me check something. I want to check something. I want to check something real quick. Okay. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for everything. This has been a really fun stream. I'd like to raid out. There is a newer streamer named Vimp. The Imp. Okay? Now, from what I understand, he does goth synths. DJ. She might be dyeing her hair. She's trying to get affiliate. The friend, Binks Basilisk, okay? Binks has been very supportive of my channel. And any friend of Binks, friend of mine, okay? All of her friends have been wonderful, beautiful people. And please, show up in the raid. Send some nice things. What's something? Just say, did you like that? I don't know. Did you like that? Did you like that? Did you like that? I don't know. I can't really think of anything original right now. But, oh, what the hell? All right, let's do this. We're rating. Okay? Show love. Show support. Help her get affiliate. Okay? Thank you so much. Peace. Love. Good happiness stuff, okay? Till next time.